What's up, guys? This is Mason Sapesky here. Welcome back to the Boys of Winter episode. Today we're going to be discussing games 16 for 20, I believe it is. It's crazy to believe, but we are already at the quarter season mark for the Penguins. Not much longer. We'll be talking about the half-year point. Time's definitely flying in the NHL. I mean, the season's only been really like 6-7 weeks, and we're already a quarter of the way done. Can you believe it? I actually just got home from the game tonight. We'll be talking about that game in a couple minutes. But first off, let's get to a couple of these games here. The last 5 games. Home game against New Jersey. Road game against Carolina. Home game against Vegas. Home game against the Rangers. Or no, we're not going to talk about the game against New Jersey. We're only going to talk about the game at Carolina. Then we'll talk about the one against Vegas. Then the Ranger game, then the trip to Buffalo last night, and now tonight's game against Toronto. So let's get started. Last Saturday against Carolina. Last Saturday against Carolina was not a very good game. The Hurricanes did find a way to win this game. I think it was 4-2, so it was definitely a disappointing one. That's for sure. Anyway, though, after that, this was a good one. The team came back to the friendly confines of PPG Paints Arena and got a win against the defending champion, the Vegas Golden Knights. Not only was it a win, it was a shutout win. Getting these kind of shutout wins is very important for the team, I believe, as they look to build towards something successful in the future and also in the present. So that was a huge shutout. That was definitely meant a lot. So good win for the Penguins there. Couple days off for the Penguins, and then they made a return home against the New York Rangers, who are one of the best teams in the NHL right now. Not a surprise to me. The Rangers scored the first and only goal of this game, held the Penguins the rest of the way, and got out of Pittsburgh with a 1-0 shutout victory. Great win for sure. Rangers did beat Boston today, so that makes me feel a little better about this loss, but definitely still this was a winnable game. Credit to Pittsburgh for playing with the Rangers. It was definitely a good team for sure. On Friday night, last night, or 2 nights ago, whenever... It's 1:42 on Sunday, so that's why I said that. Penguins head up to Buffalo, and this one was a disappointing one, that's for sure. We're going into the third period up 2-0. Buffalo storms back, scores 3 unanswered goals, wins the hockey game by a final score of 3-2. This was definitely a disappointing one, that is for sure. So yeah, you got to look at it like that. Definitely a tough loss for the Pens. However, the Pens came back strong. Last night we played the Maple Leafs. I was at the game, like I said. Penguins started out strong, or Penguins started out weak early. Toronto took a 1-0 lead. But a couple seconds later, Pittsburgh answered right back, making it 1-1. Then Pittsburgh let Toronto score like 2 seconds later. A couple minutes later, they took a 2-1 lead. Pittsburgh answered back with a goal, make it 2-2. And then later in the game, Pittsburgh scored a goal, making it 3-2. Pittsburgh won the hockey game 3-2. So therefore, in this stretch, we did unfortunately go 2-3 over these 5 games, but the 2 wins were against 2 quality teams in both Vegas and Toronto. Although they were at home, that's something you need to look at. I mean, we did do good. If you look at tonight's game, there were so many Toronto fans there. I mean, we heard a lot of "Let's go Leafs" chants, and we were confused. I mean, Toronto is not known for, they do dominate Penguin games, especially on Saturday nights and stuff when they come, but they're not like these terrific travelers. I mean, when you look at the Pirates, and when the Pirates host the Phillies, the Mets, the Yankees, the Red Sox, half the stadium is opposing fans. Penguins aren't typically like that. It's always Penguin fans. Except for tonight, it felt like there were a ton of Maple Leafs fans. No, it wasn't to the point where it was half the stadium. But it was similar to the point in the 49ers game where there were at least 18,000 49ers fans. Nearly 25% of the stadium. That's what it felt like tonight. There was probably out of 18,000, there was probably about 5,000 Maple Leafs, maybe 4,500. So that's what needs to change. We as Pittsburgh fans, and this is for Pittsburgh fans as a whole, we are the most diehard, passionate, and exciting, invested fan base in all of sports. We need to start showing up. And I understand right now there are a lot of families struggling to get by, worried about when they're going to get gas next, worried about where they're going to get their next loaf of bread, and not worried about attending hockey games. I understand that Pittsburgh's not this dominant town. I mean, you could easily say, Mason, these people are from Toronto. Toronto is in Canada. Canada is living a whole different culture right now than the USA. Okay. Yes, there are a lot of people suffering right now because of the economy. And I get that. But we went to Ross Park Mall yesterday for Black Friday. The lines for every store in the mall and on the outskirts of the mall were packed. And I understand it's Christmas. Christmas is the season of giving, and Christmas is the season of joy. But maybe instead of getting your husband or brother or relative that's a sports fan, something that they might not use or use twice a year, do what the Penguins say and give the gift of hockey. Because I feel like hockey would make a much better gift for adult men than a new toolbox. Because when you get the toolbox, that reminds them that you're going to want something fixed relatively soon. And I am not a fixer by any means. So if I ever got so just a heads up for anybody, if you even consider getting me a toolbox for the holidays, I'll appreciate it and I'll be thankful that you thought of me and got me something. But I'll be a little nervous that I have to fix something because I'm not the best at fixing things. So instead of getting me a toolbox, and instead of giving Penguins fans in your life the gift that they may not be a big fan of, or even the Pittsburgh sports fan in general, gift that they may not be a big fan of, give the gift of Penguins hockey. Because that would truly, to have that home ice or home field or home diamond advantage, means so much. Pittsburgh, we need to stop letting opposing fans rock our building. So do what the Penguins say. The tickets are on sale. It's the holiday season. And by on sale, I'm sorry if I confused you. I didn't mean like on sale. I meant on sale like they're discounted and stuff. Black Friday promotions. Go get some Penguin tickets. Create a night of memories at the arena. Create a night of memories at Acrisure. Create a night of memories at Pansy. And make sure it's known that Pittsburgh, not the Maple Leafs, not the Phillies, not the Mets, not the Yankees, no team, no visiting team has a home field or home ice advantage. Let's do this, Pittsburgh. Let's support our teams, and let's continue to do our best. So the Penguins now have an interesting 5-game stretch coming up. And by the way, too, while I'm pulling this up, I want to apologize first off by saying about how I mentioned people don't have money to spend and stuff. I get it. Like I said, people are truly struggling. However, if people are struggling, then prices should be lower and it should be cheaper to attend these events. A night at a hockey game means a lot. It's an enjoyable experience for people, and it brings the community together. So it's a very good way to spend money. And if you're struggling and you can't have these experiences, that's sad, and I feel for you, and I'm sorry about that. But I just want to say, with my comments on this video, I'm sorry if I upset anybody. But anyway, looking ahead at the Pens' next 5 games, unfortunately, Penguin fans won't have many opportunities to see them soon because Tuesday night they head to Nashville to take on the Preds. Thursday night they're in Tampa to take on the Lightning. Saturday night, they do play their lone home game over this next 5-game stretch in there against the Philadelphia Flyers, 7 o'clock puck drop. Monday night, they make the trip to the eastern part of our Commonwealth to take on the Flyers for a 7 o'clock game and the back-to-back against Philly. Not exactly back-to-back Saturday and Monday, but you get what I'm saying. And then Wednesday, they make the road trip down to Tampa to play the second time there this year. So definitely interesting, that is for sure. We'll have a recap for you between Wednesday the 6th and Thursday the 8th. Definitely interesting times coming, that's for sure. So yeah, definitely good times. Let's go Pens. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Enjoy. Pray for Israel. As always, peace. See you after the next 5, guys. Let's go Pens.